You edited out the portions that made you look bad before sending it to TMZ.
You're very wrong about that.
Or if you're telling the truth, you would know. So that
If I wanted to
Mr.
leak
Depp
information, I
looked
could have
bad.
done it in a more effective way, a lot sooner and a lot more.
Because you
I
knew
was
exactly
living
how to
with
do
a
that,
mountain
right?
of this evidence. If I wanted to leak it, I could have done a lot more with it.
I thought you testified earlier in this trial that you didn't know how to leak things.
I don't.
Okay, all right, I was just gonna say, I've just never seen that before. I've seen a lot of things, but I've just never seen that.
Camille Vasquez has made quite the name for herself as a brutal cross-examiner in the Depp versus Heard trial. The lawyer has been witty with her objections and has often caught her opposition in a lie. In her second cross-examination of Amber Heard, the lawyer directly stated, "Your lies have been exposed to the world."
Your lies have been exposed to the world multiple times.
So what kind of lies of Amber Heard did Camille Vasquez expose? Watch the video to find out about 7 of them. First is tip to TMZ about the restraining order. Camille managed to catch Amber Heard in one of her most expensive slip-ups ever. Heard had testified previously that nobody was informed about her decision to file a restraining order in 2016.
I actually had no idea whether they were going to be there or not.
Camille pulled up the deposition of the actress from the same year. In the deposition, Heard can be seen saying she was trying to contact Johnny or his agent desperately to tell him about the restraining order. In a grand slip-up, the actress then states that it would be better for Depp to hear the news from her rather than an online source or TMZ, which was alerted.
Basically, I didn't want him to find out online, or I had already filed for divorce. I wanted him to know verbally. So I was trying to reach him through a third party to tell him so that he finds out about the divorce filing or my intention to do so from some other source other than TMZ, which was alerted.
She made a careless admission, and we can see realization hit her in the video. Heard tries to cover her mouth and wipe her face in a shocked manner while avoiding a change in her expression. However, when Camille showed the video in court, Heard sustained that it was a different subject matter from the old deposition.
Let it slip out that TMZ had been alerted to your filing of the domestic violence restraining order, didn't you?
I disagree. That's not what I'm talking about.
Heard was soon exposed to be lying as Morgan Termaine, a former TMZ employee, took the stand to state that TMZ was indeed alerted by Heard's group. Camille also tried to dig at the video of Depp smashing cabinets, which TMZ had the copyrights of, asking if Heard sold the video.
Did they pay you for that?
I never got paid for it because I had nothing to do with that.
Next comes the makeup coverage.
This was what she used. She became very adept at it. You're going to hear the testimony from Amber about how she had to mix the different colors for the different days of the bruises.
On the same topic, Vasquez questioned if Heard had informed the paparazzi and media of the exact date that she was going to court to file a restraining order. Heard answered in the negative. Camille then asked how the paparazzi knew to be there at court if nobody had tipped them about it, as there are dozens of pictures on the internet of Heard filing a restraining order.
There's no bruise on your face in this picture, is there?
Again, I don't know when this was taken, and also I'm outside. I was obviously wearing makeup. I have no idea when this was taken, so I have no idea if I can speak to what bruise you can see or not.
Let's refresh your recollection about when this picture was taken.
This clearly implies that someone from Heard's team had tipped off the paparazzi that Heard will be out in public to file a restraining order, cleverly exposed by Camille. Camille then questioned why her bruises were not covered with makeup on that date alone when she alleged that she was always using makeup to cover her injuries. Vasquez implied that Heard wanted to paint an image of a poor victim by letting some small bruise show on the day she was freeing herself from Johnny. Heard was also exposed for lying about covering her makeup before. The actress's attorney claimed that she used a specific kit belonging to Milani Cosmetics. However, the cosmetics brand took to TikTok to clarify that the kit was not out until 2017, after Depp and Heard relationship ended. Third is $7 million donation.
You released a statement in response to Mr. Depp's $100,000 donations to the ACLU and CHLA, didn't you?
I don't recall.
Let's see if we can refresh your recollection.
Another verbal altercation between Heard and Vasquez that went viral happened during Heard's first cross-examination. Heard had previously claimed in the media that she donated $7 million from the alimony settlement that she obtained from Depp during their very publicized and messy divorce. Vasquez questioned the truthfulness of this claim as the charity revealed they had not received the donation. Heard, however, held to her claim that she had donated it already.
You testified under oath, quote, the entirety of your divorce settlement was donated to charity, end quote.
That is correct. I pledged the entirety.
Fásquez then asked if she pledged to donate or donated it. This was where Heard's lie was exposed. Heard claimed that she used the words interchangeably and that pledging should be considered an actual donation. However, Fásquez was not buying it and made it clear that Heard did not spend the $7 million she received out of her pocket. There are also rumors that part of the donation was financed by Elon Musk, the world's richest man and ex-boyfriend of Heard. Pictures of Heard and Musk also show Musk with a bruised face and Heard with red knuckles. People suspect Heard might have raised her hand against Musk as well, although we may never know the truth, as Elon Musk will not be testifying in the trial in favor of either party. Fourth comes Kate Moss being flung down the stairs.
Just in my head, instantly think of Kate Moss and the stairs, and I swung at him.
We have all seen the famous video where Amber Heard name drops Kate Moss during her testimony, right? Depp and his team get visibly excited when Heard mentions her name, as now they can call Kate Moss to the trial to testify on Depp's side, which the supermodel did. In her testimony, Heard stated that she was so afraid that Depp was going to hit her, and that her mind immediately remembered how Depp allegedly threw Kate Moss, one of his exes, down the stairs in a fit of anger. On the penultimate day of the trial, Kate Moss was called to the stand. The actress was questioned if Depp actually threw her down the stairs. Moss answered in the negative, stating that Depp never got angry with her or committed any act of violence.
What, if anything, happened when you were in Jamaica with Mr. Depp?
We were leaving the room, and Johnny left the room before I did, and there had been a rainstorm, and as I left the room, I slid down the stairs, and I hurt my back, and I screamed because I was because I didn't know what had happened to me, and I was in pain, and he came running back to help me and carried me to my room and got me medical attention.
Camille brought this up while cross-examining Heard for the second time. She asked the actress if she had hoped Kate Moss would never actually testify and expose her lies. Heard tried to play it off by saying everyone had heard the stairs story as a rumor in the 90s when Depp and Moss had dated. Camille then showed the injury how Heard was trying to pass off a rumor as absolute truth.
When you told this jury under oath that you punched Mr. Depp because you thought of Mr. Depp pushing Kate Moss down the stairs, you didn't expect Miss Moss to agree to testify. That never happened, did you?
Incorrect. I know how many people will come out of the woodwork to be in support of Johnny.
So you think Miss Moss needs to come out of the woodwork to testify for Mr. Depp?
Everybody who was around in the 90s and the early aughts knew that rumor. I had heard that rumor from multiple people. Of course, that's what flashed through my head.
This was when the attorney stated her now famous line, "Your lies have been exposed to the world." Fifth are the events at Hicksville. The infamous trailer park in California has become one of the biggest talking points in the trial. Heard alleged that Depp had grabbed the waist of a woman he had gotten jealous of for becoming too close to Heard, showing signs of violent behavior. Camille, however, emphasized that it had to have been Heard who got jealous, as stated by multiple witnesses. Camille questioned if Heard got jealous because Depp was not paying proper attention to her. Heard then responded that many people would just lie to be a part of the Johnny Depp show. Regarding the same event, Camille also inquired about previous statements that Heard had made about Depp trashing their entire trailer. The manager of the site, Morgan Knight, had however reported damages worth only $62. It was clever of Camille to catch his testimony and correlate it with Heard's previous statements to trap her in a lie effectively. Heard responded by saying that she had no idea who Morgan Knight was and doubted he was the actual manager. She also added that a lot of people have come out of the woodwork to support Depp against her. Next is smear campaign. Heard and her talent manager claimed that the trial had brought huge negative publicity to the actress, resulting in a loss of roles and death threats from the internet. As a result, they brought social media expert Ron Schnell to the stand to analyze internet trends related to the plaintiff and the defendant. Camille, however, called Douglas Banya, another social media expert, to the stand. Douglas took the same content that Ron took and conducted a temporal analysis.
Yes, my overall opinions are that Mr. Schnell failed to prove any causal connection with the Waldman statements in the search or the hashtag activity, those spikes as it relates to Twitter. There's no causal connection there.
He concluded that the online damage was actually only to 2% of the extent that Ron had stated. He also exposed biases and fallacies in Ron's analysis, which produced exaggerated results. Finally, the real victim. Heard initially alleged that Depp was the only violent one in their relationship and that she never hit him. However, throughout Camille's cross-examination, she had managed to get Heard to admit that she struck him as well. In addition, Camille managed to bring out witnesses who have admitted that it was always Heard who would raise her voice first, while Depp attempted to de-escalate the situation. Heard continues to allege that she was the real victim, and everyone who testifies otherwise is on Depp's payroll. She claims that Depp is a powerful man, and there are a lot of people who would like to be around one. However, Camille has made all her statements look questionable to the jury. And now we would like to hear your thoughts on the issue. Do you think Heard still has a chance in court? Where do you stand in this trial? Let us know all your thoughts in the comment section down below. And as always, like and subscribe to keep in touch with all things pop culture.